Hello, my name is Andrea Sinclair and welcome to my appendicular skeletal model video. What I will start off with first of all is the discussion regarding pectoral girdle. The pectoral girdle is a collection of bones, as I will demonstrate on my model, collection of bones. The clavicle, this bone right here, and the acromial end there, and the sternal end. The sternal end somewhere in the middle. This allows this houses the particular joint referred to as the synovial joint that provides substantial range of motion. As you can see, this has a substantial range of motion. It's well lubricated, and that is the name of that particular joint. We'll start off with the scapula. I think I'm going to turn my model this way so that you'll get a better view of the scapula. With the scapula, we have the coracoid process, which I think I better turn it to this view better. The coracoid process, which is a bony point. Subscapular fossa, which is somewhere in the center there, scapula fossa. Glenoid cavity is rather flat in the scapula. You have the spine, which is the outside of the wall of the scapula. The acromion, there again, it's the bony point where the humerus meets. The acromion, it's sort of knobby. Supraspinous fossa, somewhere in there. Infraspinous fossa, a little bit lower there. Sternoclavicular joint, there again you have the sternum and the clavicle. The acromioclavicular joint would be located somewhere in there. Okay, this will take us to the arm, which is referred to as the humerus. My point right there, this arm, humerus. Okay, the head, always at the top. We have the greater tubercle, which is a ball. Lesser tubercle, a smaller ball. Deltoid tuberosity, somewhere in there. I don't know if I can point that out. It's kind of hard. Medial epicondyle, somewhere in the middle there. Lateral epicondyle would be side. Coronoid fossa. It's a dip that allows the ulna to move freely. So we have on the model, it's like a depression, and it allows the ulna to move freely when the elbow is extended, which will demonstrate the extension there. So that particular process is called the coronoid fossa. The capitulum articulates with the radius. Let me see if I can raise that. The radius. And the trochlea, which is in this bone, it connects with the ulna, which would be the smaller bone there. The olecranon fossa, what goes there is the elbow. So let me see if I can point there, elbow. Okay, where the bend. Okay, the forearm, ulna. Let me lift my model. We have the ulna. We have there again, the olecranon. We have the coronoid process, which is always a pointy area, and the styloid process, somewhere right in there. The radius, which is the other bone. We have the head right there. The radial tuberosity, it's like a groove on the radius. And the styloid process, somewhere there. Okay, let's get to the carpals, or the carpus. Okay, let me see if I can aim this. Okay, the carpus, the proximal roll, which is closer to the joint, lateral to medial, would be the scaphoid, lunate, triquetral, and pisiform. Right there, I think. Proximal. Distal, which would be further, houses lateral to medial, the trapezium, trapezoid, capitate, and hamate. Okay, let's see if I can, where my finger is would be more of the distal, and if I lower it, my other finger right there would be the proximal row, which is closer to what forms the wrist bones. That would be the proximal row, the bones. And then the bone that forms a joint with the pollex, which is another name for the thumb. These little bones are sesamoid bones, where I'm holding. The metacarpals are bones right in here, and phalanges as we go down the model's hands, phalanges. Okay, now we want to get to the pelvic girdle, the coxal bone. The coxal bones, I'm going to point out approximate borders, the acetabulum, the pubic symphysis, the obturator foramen, the iliac crest, the ear-shaped part of the hip bone, anterior superior iliac spine, which would be the spine part, iliac fossa, lining, greater sciatic notch, somewhere along there, which houses the sciatic nerve, ischial spine outside of this model, ischial tuberosity somewhere in there, which makes up your pelvic girdle. Now we're going to go to the femur thigh bone, head always at the top, greater trochanter, the bony areas, lesser trochanter, abductor tubercle, the medial epicondyle, lateral epicondyle, middle points, medial and then lateral, which is the side. Medial and lateral condyles, these grooved areas, patella. I'm gonna put this forward, patella, kneecap. Okay, then we come across the our next set of bones. I'll try right here. Next set of bones, the tibia bone, medial and lateral condyles, which are at the top, tibia tuberosity in the middle, medial malleus, which is below, and the proximal distal tibiofibular joints, that would be above the foot. Which, okay, sorry for this. Okay, I think I'm gonna try this angle. Okay, the foot. All right. Okay, let's get to the fibula. Once again, we have the head, lateral malleus, which would be on the outside. Now we're going to try the foot again. The foot, okay. We have, I'm going to just show the calcaneal first, which is the heel. The cuboid somewhere in the middle of this foot, somewhere in the middle. Okay. Somewhere in the middle there is the cuboid. The navicular would be on the top of this model. The medial, intermediate, and lateral cuneiform bones. I'm going to see if I can turn this sideways. I apologize. Really? Okay. Medial, intermediate, and lateral cuneiform bones. Metatarsus would be somewhere in there where I'm pointing. The phalanges, like the hands, further down, and the hallus, you have the large toe, the hallus. Okay, and this will conclude my presentation on the appendicular skeleton. Thank you for your attention.